Could Uganda be sitting on the world's largest gold reserves? A stunning announcement has sparked excitement, skepticism, and a fierce debate about African sovereignty and resource control. On June 7th, President Yoweri Museveni delivered news that echoed globally. During his State of the Nation address, he claimed Uganda had discovered gold reserves worth an astonishing $12.8 trillion. This figure is based on an estimated 31 million metric tons of gold-bearing ore. Within this ore, geologists estimate there are 320,000 metric tons of pure, extractable gold. For a nation focused on development, this wasn't just news, it was the potential for an economic transformation. Experts suggested this discovery could dwarf the value of Uganda's known oil reserves. The president emphasized the need to process minerals domestically. Continue arguing for the continued export of raw materials in Africa, he challenged, when there is 90% more value in that product that you are giving to the outsiders. Officials briefed the cabinet, projecting at least $700 million in royalties. This potential revenue stream could significantly impact Uganda's national budget and development projects. While excitement surged, a wave of skepticism quickly followed. Mining experts and geologists, both within Uganda and internationally, began scrutinizing the numbers presented. Alex Kwatampora Bitamanya, president of the Geological Society of Uganda, described the figures as weird. He noted that such a massive quantity would be historically unprecedented in global gold discoveries. Bitamanya urged Wagagai Mining Uganda Limited, the company behind the analysis, to provide clarification. The fact that Wagagai is Chinese-owned and the initial analysis might have been in Mandarin raised concerns about potential translation errors or misinterpretations of technical data. Don Benyina, a mineral and energy policy analyst, highlighted the sheer scale of the claim. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, the total amount of gold ever discovered globally is around 244,000 metric tons. If Uganda's claim of 320,000 metric tons of extractable gold is accurate, it would mean Uganda holds more gold than has ever been found in the entire rest of the world combined. This comparison fueled significant doubt among geological professionals. Benyina pointed out the discrepancy. Uganda's claimed reserves would be 1.3 times the total historical global discovery, or 115 times more than the current known global reserves. Geologists questioned if the president might have confused ounces with metric tons, a common unit conversion error. Attempts by journalists to verify the figures with Uganda's Directorate of Geological Survey and Mines met with evasiveness. Officials seemed reluctant or unable to confirm the president's numbers. One senior official stated that only the permanent secretary was authorized to speak on the matter. Another quietly admitted that the figures were likely misinterpreted and were still undergoing verification with Wagagai Mining. This lack of clear confirmation from the technical body responsible for geological data further fueled public and expert skepticism. The discrepancy between the presidential announcement and the technical department's stance created significant uncertainty. The situation highlighted potential communication gaps or a rush to announce figures before full technical validation. For geologists, this lack of transparency on the methodology and data source was a major concern. This announcement unfolds against a backdrop of international pressure on Uganda, including sanctions. President Museveni's response has been defiant, particularly regarding the export of raw materials. He declared, "I said over my dead body, I have banned all the export of unprocessed minerals from here." This strong stance signals a clear intention to break from the historical pattern of African nations exporting raw wealth. Museveni's policy mandates that refining, processing, and developing Uganda's mineral resources must occur within the country. This is a direct challenge to foreign interests accustomed to extracting raw materials with minimal in-country value addition. "Let them stay in the ground," he stated, referring to unprocessed minerals. "When the grandchildren come, they will get them out. Not now, not ever, and only over his dead body. This emphasizes a long-term vision for national benefit. This position resonates strongly with Pan-Africanists who advocate for economic sovereignty and an end to neo-colonial exploitation of the continent's resources. It frames the potential gold wealth as a tool for national empowerment. President Museveni's stance echoes actions taken elsewhere on the continent. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the transitional president of Burkina Faso, has made bold moves to reclaim control over his country's gold resources. Traoré's government has initiated a strategy aimed at asserting economic sovereignty and redirecting natural wealth to benefit the Burkinabe people. Gold is Burkina Faso's primary export, yet much of the wealth historically bypassed the state and local population. Since late 2022, Traoré has prioritized resource nationalization. His administration began reviewing and renegotiating mining contracts, many of which were seen as heavily favoring foreign companies, particularly from France, Canada, and Australia. These foreign companies often paid low royalties while extracting substantial profits. Traoré's government has revoked licenses of companies found violating terms or engaging in illegal activities, placing some mines under state control. A significant effort has also been directed at combating gold smuggling. Security forces have been mobilized to intercept illegal trafficking networks, aiming to ensure that Burkina Faso's gold production is properly accounted for and taxed. These measures are designed to stop the outflow of national wealth and channel it towards critical areas like public infrastructure, education, defense, and economic development within Burkina Faso. Reclaiming and managing gold mines presents significant challenges. It requires substantial technical expertise, investment in processing infrastructure, and a robust, corruption-resistant state apparatus to oversee operations effectively. Burkina Faso also faces potential political and economic retaliation from Western powers whose financial interests have been disrupted. Internally, Traoré must navigate potential opposition from elites who benefited from the previous system. Despite these hurdles, Traoré's actions have been welcomed by many citizens who view them as a necessary correction to decades of economic injustice. His stance is symbolic of a broader shift across Africa. Leaders and citizens are increasingly demanding greater control over their natural resources. They are rejecting the legacy of exploitation and seeking new models for development based on self-determination and sovereignty. If successful, Burkina Faso's approach could serve as a powerful example for other resource-rich African nations. It demonstrates a path toward reclaiming economic independence and charting a new course for national wealth utilization. President Museveni, in banning the export of raw minerals, appears to be following a similar path to Captain Traoré. This sends a clear message. Uganda intends to benefit directly from its resources, not merely serve as a source of raw materials for foreign industries. For Museveni, the potential gold discovery is more than just an economic asset. It's a symbol of sovereignty, resistance against external pressure, and a commitment to self-determination. It aligns with a Pan-African vision of controlling one's destiny. However, the fundamental question remains: is this massive discovery real? Is Uganda truly on the cusp of becoming a global gold superpower? Or are these figures a political statement, perhaps exaggerated, intended to rally nationalist pride? Can President Museveni effectively protect Uganda's potential resources from powerful international interests? Can he navigate the skepticism from geologists and the uncertainty surrounding the data while simultaneously facing sanctions and internal doubts? The coming months will be critical in verifying the geological data and observing Uganda's strategy for developing this potential wealth. The outcome will have significant implications for Uganda's economy and serve as a case study for resource management in Africa. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Is Uganda sitting on a golden empire? Or is this another case of hype over hope? How should African nations manage their vast mineral wealth? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on African power, economic sovereignty, and the ongoing fight for true independence. Until next time, keep your eyes on the motherland.